of tips out there on how to lose weight, but very few tips on how to maintain this weight. Personally, for me, losing weight is great, but being able to stay in that weight over a long period of time is my most important goal. This is why I have created this video, to share with you guys my number one tip for losing weight as well as maintaining the weight. If this is a topic that is interesting to you, please grab yourself a glass of water, sit back, relax, and stay tuned till the end of this video. Welcome to Iniye's Lounge. If you're a returning subscriber, I would like to say thank you for coming back here. If you're new to and you're seeing my face for the very first time, you can call me Iniye, and my channel focuses on healthy lifestyle, fashion and beauty, do it yourself, and of course, chit-chatting. If any of these topics are of interest to you, please subscribe to my channel and join this family. It will really mean a lot to me if you also like this video, because you're going to help me push out my videos to a wider audience. Thank you guys. Let's move on. Today I'm going to talk about the topic that 1 out of 3 ladies are always talking about or struggling with, and this is weight loss. And my number one tip or my main tip on how to lose weight as well as maintain the weight is to eat healthy. Now, eating healthy, what does it mean? It means that you eat your balanced diet. And what does it mean by balanced diet? It means that you're eating from all the different classifications of nutrients: your carbohydrates, your protein, your vitamins, your fiber, your fats, your minerals. Now, eating from all this classification of meals makes it a balanced diet. Now, before I proceed with this video, I would like to first do a disclaimer. I am not a dietitian, neither am I a doctor. So if you have health issues, please consult with your doctor first before you follow my tips. But if you're as healthy as I am, then make the decision for yourself if you would like to follow or not. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the tips on what you need to know before you embark into a weight loss journey. Then, while you're on the journey, what you need to eat, how you need to plan and prep your meal, and when you need to eat. And lastly, I'll conclude by giving you tips on how to start your own journey and practical tips that you can apply in your day-to-day life in order for you to be on your journey. Okay, so that's how this video is going to go. So moving on, I first would like to show you my before and my after picture. Guys, look at this picture well. This was me 3 years ago. I lost about 27 kg of weight, and before this moment I was struggling with weight loss just like every other person. I had tried different options, diets, starvation programs. Nothing was working, and then I got myself introduced into eating healthy. And guys, this is the best decision that I have ever made for my body, guys, because there's so many benefits of eating healthy. You get an improved health as well as weight loss, together with being able to maintain this over a long period of time. So looking at this picture, guys, I lost all of this weight without any form of exercise. Now, don't get me wrong, doing exercise is good and is important, but if you're not that exercise person, it's okay. Don't panic, because you can still shed this amount of weight just by what you eat. Now, did you know that 80% of what you eat can cause a drastic amount of weight loss for your body? And while the 20% of course is with exercise to help you firm up, to help you gain more stamina, but you can do this without exercise. And eventually, while you're on the journey and you're seeing the benefits and you're learning in the process, then you can extend your energy towards picking up one exercise or the other. If I can do it, you can do it. Now let's go into the tips of what you need to know before you embark on a weight loss journey. I'm going to share 3 tips. The first thing is the changing of the mindset, guys. You need to change your mindset. You need to tell yourself that this is not a short-term plan. This is not the diet. This is a long-term plan. This is a change in my behavior, change in the way I think, change in the way I eat, okay? Once you have that sorted out, This will help you to be patient in your journey. It would also help you to be happy in your journey and also to enjoy the process. Okay? So changing your mindset is very, very important. Now, another thing is that you need to be open-minded, guys. You need to be able to be able to embrace meals that you've never tried before. You cannot just be that stiff, because if you're so stiff, you will lose out on some of these meals and some of these food that are beneficial for your body and also for your journey. So please be open-minded, be flexible to try new things. Don't just think in your head. There's so many people thinking like, oh, this is terrible, but when you try it, it is nice. I'll give you one story. When I started my healthy journey, in the beginning I was like, if I'm not going to eat white rice anymore because it's not a healthy option of carbohydrates, and I don't want to try brown rice, I'm not going to eat rice at all. Guys, it didn't take me up to 1 month. I was like struggling. Okay, what am I going to do? And at that moment I realized that I need to be open-minded, I need to be flexible. And then I tried brown rice, and honestly it wasn't as bad as what my impression was before I tried it. Now, a lot of people are like, brown rice is this, is mashy. There are ways on how you cook it. Check on my page, I have description on how to cook brown rice, and it's as firm as white rice. Now focus on your sauce. If the sauce is delicious, then what are you complaining about? The rice is going to be delicious. If there's nothing like the rice, white rice, brown rice don't really have taste. And of course, the difference is the firmness or not. But if you know how to cook it, you can cook it well. So please be open-minded and be flexible in this journey. Also, with your time is very important. That's what I hear a lot of people talk about. Even myself, I struggle with time. But guys, I learned this 3 years ago to know that just as I put time into my work, into my family, into the things that I think are important to me, is the same way I need to put time on myself to be able to take care of my body. Taking care of yourself is not all about nice hair, clothes, shoes, and bags, and inside of you, you're not eating right. No, guys, no. You first take care of yourself from within, and once you're taking care of yourself from within, you begin to see how beautiful your skin will begin to glow, guys, without even having to use any cream or whatsoever. So it is important that you make time for yourself to prep your meals, to stay in one place just to eat your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So please, you need this. You need to know that you need your time in this journey. And lastly is the motivation, guys. I cannot overemphasize how important your motivation has to be right before you go into this journey. Don't go on the journey because you think someone said, oh, you're fat, or someone said you're big, or it's a trend that everyone is doing it. Go on this journey because it is what you want for yourself, and make sure you have that motivation that will hit right from within. That while you're on this journey, guys, you're faced with challenges, because life on its own is a challenge. There's so many things that will come up in your journey and will shake your routine. While you face those challenges, you will think again. Think back at your motivation and remind yourself why you started this in the beginning. And this will help you to boost back your energy, and then you will be able to keep up on your journey. So don't forget it. Changing your mindset and being open-minded and flexible is important. Ensuring that you create time for yourself in this journey is important, and the motivation, do not forget it. Let that sit right with you. So now we've talked about what you need to know before you go into this journey. Now let's go into the journey. You're in this journey. What do we have to eat? Now guys, eating your balanced diet is very, very important. And like I mentioned, all these different classifications of nutrients, your carbs, your protein, your fat, what you have to do is to look for the healthier options of meals that falls under all these categories of nutrients. There's so many information out there. Google is a girl's best friend on what is healthy. So for example, instead of eating white rice because it's a processed rice and it has been stripped of its nutrients, I will try brown rice. Instead of, for example, with the protein, maybe I don't want to do animal based protein, I want to do plant-based protein. Of course, these are the different things you need to research for yourself, and then find the meals that are healthier than others within the categories of the nutrients, and then add this to your meal plan, or add this to your plan, and then begin to eat these type of meals. Okay, now for me, eating your vegetables and fruits are a girl's best friend or a boy's best friend. It is important that you take your veggies and your fruits daily, guys. Your vegetables are important because they are highly nutritious, they are low in calories. Your fruits are also important because a lot of the fruits have high water content but very low calories, and they are delicious, of course. So why wouldn't you want to eat it? Make sure that every day you take a decent amount of your vegetables as well as your fruits. Now, looking at this is a plating rule that I always that I learned a couple of years ago. This is like your plate. I split with a tape. I split the plate, and you can see the bigger part of this plate should be your vegetables and your fruits portion. Now, on this part can be your carbs, and on this part can be your protein, but this is the portion you need for your vegetables. So what does this already tell you? This tells you that your vegetables and your fruits consumption daily should be more than your carbs and your protein, guys. Don't miss out on this, and also ensure to apply portion control, because once you're already following this plating rule, automatically you're already applying portion control in your way of eating. Another way you can do it is grab a small plate in your house and try to force yourself that every time you're eating in that small plate, and that will help you also to maintain portion control. Now let's move into when do you eat, guys. When do you know that when you eat is also very important? Personally for me, I have experienced eating one meal 3 times a day. I've experienced eating one meal in the evening, and I know what it does to my body, and it's not helpful at all. Neither is it helpful for my weight. Okay, so I have slowly experience all these things for myself, and I advise you to do the same. All the tips I'm telling you, try to experiment it. Try the way you're eating. Try eating 3 times. Try eating in the evening and see the impact it has on you. And now when you hear these kind of messages, then you already know what works for you. Okay, so for me personally, I try to eat my one meal for lunch because it's when I'm most active in the day. I have tried dinner and I saw that it did not work for me. Now with dinner, because I'm not really an active person, so eating dinner heavy does not sit well with me, and I just would relax. And by the way, my digestion is slow in the evening because I'm not doing much. Therefore, this leaves bulk in my stomach, and in the morning I'm like, and it doesn't really help my weight. Okay, so I slowly move this for lunch. I always start my day with a nice and decent and powerful breakfast like oatmeal, play around fruits, play around nuts, etc. Okay, and that works well for me. I will not advise you to skip any meal. I'll advise you to stay eating your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. And if your portions are too much, what you can also do is that you can add some snacks, which I advise should be like nuts with a portion of cup hand, 11 to 12 pieces, and then you should apply fruits and vegetables as your snacks as well. Okay, so I usually eat between 8 till 10 in the morning, depending on how I feel and how busy I am in the morning. Then my lunch is between 12 till 2, and then my dinner is between 5 till 7 p.m. And honestly, at 6 p.m. I stop eating. If you are just starting your journey, I do understand that 6 p.m. might be too early for you, but it's okay. What you can do is that you can try to keep it at 7 p.m. Over time, you can gradually come back to 6 p.m. Now, depending on when you eat your breakfast at 8, if you ate your breakfast at 8, then of course you also have an early lunch, which is 12 p.m. So if you don't have any structure now, please keep these minds in your head. 8 to 10 in the morning, 12 to 2 in the afternoon, 5 to 7 in the evening. So now that we have talked about when you eat, let's go into how you plan and prep your meal, guys. planning and prepping your meal is key to be successful on this journey. Just like every other thing in life, you need to plan. Just before doing this video, I had to plan. What am I going to say? How am I going to bring my message across? If I didn't do that, I will not be sitting down here and making this video. So for me to be successfully doing this, it already shows that I did do some preparations before. This is what I want you to apply in your healthy eating journey, that you plan yourself and you spend time to also prepare. So meal prepping is key so that you can be able to stay in this journey and be successful in it. Now, there are different ways you can plan your meal. You can make a meal plan for a month, you can make it for a week, you can even make it a day before. But all I'm saying is that do not wake up in the morning without having any plan, because what you will do is that you will slowly grab any unhealthy option that your eyes can see because you're hungry, and you don't want to get to a place where you're hungry and then there is no healthy option available for you to eat. So please think about what you have in your refrigerator, what you have in your cabinet, and plan around it a day before. So this is really key. And prepping your food is also important. I know that we are always talking about time, but guys, listen, like I said, you need to create time. Creating 2 hours of your time on a weekend will save you a whole lot of meal prep time in the week. I personally love to prep my one meal, so my rice, my fish, meat, whatsoever. I can prep it for a week, leave it in the fridge. I can prep it for 2 days, and then in the middle of the week prep it again. So there are different ways of prepping. Go and follow my Inia's Lounge, guys, on Instagram. I share what I eat in a day as well as how I prep meals on my Insta story. If you have questions, you can leave me a private message and I'll always try to answer as much as I can. Now, on my page, you're able to even create yourself a plan. If you look at all the different types of meals, because each meal I target if it's a breakfast idea or a lunch idea or a dinner idea, and you can make a plan for yourself and you can start from there. Okay, so prepping your meals as well as planning, it is the key to a successful journey. Now that we have said that, the last tip is the practical tip. How do I start? Guys, there is no perfect time for you to start other than now. Start now. If you're watching this video in the morning, the next opportunity you get to eat, which is lunch, start then. Okay, if you're watching it in the night, the next opportunity you get to eat in the morning, start already figuring out what you have in your refrigerator and start in the morning. Now, how do you start? If you're not the type that wants to already just grab your vegetables and start eating more of that, you can still eat your unhealthy options, but you can decide to reduce your portion. In that way, you will see results, but it will not last for a long period of time. So doing that means that you do that for a short period of time, and then you slowly add in the healthy options to your meal, because starting like drastically might not work for you. So start by making baby steps of eating your unhealthy portion if you still want to, and then reducing your portion with the plan that eventually you're going to add the healthy options in there. Now, if you're the type that says you want to try your vegetables, okay, depending on where you are, what I do sometimes is, you don't necessarily always have to make the salad and all that. No, you can also stick to vegetables like paprika, like cucumber, like tomatoes. Those are very easy and are available in almost everywhere in the world. So if you're eating your rice, you can just say, okay, I have this amount or this medium size cucumber. You can take half of it, make some slices, and remember this our plating rule, and fill up this part with cucumber or tomatoes in this part, and then get yourself 1 cup or a small amount of your carbs, your rice, potatoes, whatsoever, beans, and then here your meat. Now with this plating rule, this already shows you the quantity you need to eat. So guys, start applying this, or get yourself a small plate in your house and eat. Now guys, I've come to the end of this video. I hope this was helpful to you. Leave a comment below to tell me if this was helpful to you, and also I'd like to know what has been your struggles and if you're going to start or not. Guys, this is why I created this video, that I'm able to share what has worked for me with you guys, and believe me, these are tips that will work for you. So once you start applying it to your daily routine, you will begin to see results, and in no time you will have that desired weight that you are looking for. Now, if you stay to the end of this video, I would like to say thank you for your time and your attention. Once again, please don't forget to subscribe and join this sweet family, guys. I really have a lot in stock for you guys, and I cannot wait to share it with you. Also, please do not forget to like this video and share it. You know, it will really mean a lot to me, being that I am new on YouTube and this is like my second video. It will mean a lot to me if you help me push my channel towards a wider audience. Okay, thank you so much. Till next time, stay safe, stay healthy and sound, and I love you guys. Bye bye.